Back in the shop after a short vacation. It was fun. I'm glad to be back in the shop. Um, and if you're first tuning into this, I'm building a cherry violin, and it's working out pretty well. What I'm working on right now is the top, and I already have the top part of the top graduated and the purflings in and everything, and it's finished. And now I have it turned over and I'm carving out the back, and it's been going along real well. And if you want to see me complete this, just subscribe, and I just kind of talk about what I'm doing when I'm doing it, and it's a lot of fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you watching. But it's just what I do. This spruce is really easy to carve. It's a lot easier than the cherry was, or normally I make my violins out of the back and sides and neck and that are maple. But and that's usually really hard wood. But this is coming along really well. And where we went on vacation, we went on a cruise, and had a real good time. I went with my daughter and her husband, and my siblings all went with their wives and husbands, and it was a lot of fun. Although cruising has changed. The last time I cruised was 2010, I think, and that was on a Carnival cruise ship. And this time we went Royal Caribbean, and the ship was a lot bigger. And I think my sister-in-law said it best when we walked onto the Carnival ship the first time. She said it's like walking into a mall, a really crowded mall. And that's what it was like. I mean, there were 6,000 people on this boat. That's a lot of people. I mean, I'm not that happy being around a bunch of people. I don't know why. I don't like crowds. But anyway, it was a good time. But a boat that has 6,000 people and 2,500 crew is a big boat. And then one day when we were docked at one of the places, a boat pulled next to us, and it was bigger than ours. And they had 7,000 people on it. So, but anyway, the food was good, and the places we went were nice. It was a good time. And trying to accomplish on this, I start off by drilling a bunch of holes in it to a certain depth, so that I know I'm 5 millimeters thick, and then I just carve it out to that to make it smooth. And then I start worrying about where it has to be thick and where it has to be thin. And that is the whole trick, because you have to make this plate here flex and bend. And I have a caliper. I guess I could move this down a little and you could see what I'm doing way better instead of listening to me yak. And I mean, we're still on the sides here. I'm still way, way too thick. And in the middle, like that's where I just checked it, is 4.9 millimeters. And that has to go down to 3/8 right there. And out here, this should all be 2.5 all the way around here. Usually 3/8 here, and about 3/8 there too, really. It depends on how it's sounding up there. And then I'm generally, where the sound post goes, I'm pretty much 4. That's, a lot of people go a lot thinner than that, but right where the sound post goes, that little area, actually it's this side, but I leave that a little thicker. And it's just graduated, and then basically you can tap it and see how she sounds. But I use a chisel to remove a lot of the wood. And it comes off really super easy. And then I take my little planes and that, it cleans it up, smooths it out, and you have way more control on how much wood you take out and all that. Now, I got another project going, and I haven't really done anything on it since I left for vacation, and that's the viola I'm making. And I'm still working on the mold for that, and I'll show how I do that in a video soon. But it's amazing how much you can feel with your fingers on thickness. And for you who are thinking about getting started in building violins, these little Chinese planes, which were fairly inexpensive. I think I bought a set of 5 of them for like $66. And compared to American made, which is by far really a better tool, but this one here was like $89. I mean, they're big difference, and they accomplish the same thing. So, and even though I am a proponent of buying American, I think that's the way to go. These work really well. You have to spend a long time sharpening them, I can tell you that. But once you get them sharp, they stay sharp. So what I have to do here is work this down, and it'll take a little bit. And then, after I have it where I want it, then I'll cut the F-holes in. I already have them marked out on the top. And after they're cut out, I'll put in the base bar, which runs right down there. And then we'll be thinking about gluing this top onto the completed back and sides. So, this cherry violin is going to actually look pretty good, I think. And I think it's going to sound outstanding. So, we'll find out for sure. So, if you stick around, make sure you subscribe. And I hope I can show you how I make these. In a way that is at least a little fun to watch. I mean, watching somebody carve wood can be like watching paint dry. But it is definitely rewarding to see the end product. And I think, I don't want to brag, but I am. Considering what my first violin looked like and what they're looking like now, they've come a long way. Considering I taught myself. With the help of a lot of people along the way saying, hey Dave, I don't think I'd do it that way. And you listen to them and learn. And sometimes you think your way's better and sometimes it's not. So that's pretty much all I'm going to show you today. When I'm finished, like I said, we'll be cutting out the F-holes and putting in the base bar. Then I'm going to have to show you all how I put the magic formula on the inside to make the violin really sound good. And that's coming up in another video. So I'll see y'all later, and thanks for watching.